Hello, ladies and gentlemen. So today what we're going to be doing is going over interfaces in the Go programming language. If you're coming from a traditional programming language such as Java or C Sharp, just know that it's a little bit different. If you don't have any programming background and Go is your first language, you kind of have an upper hand in this. But hopefully, the way that I explain this will be beneficial to both no matter what your background is. But yeah, let's just jump right into it, and hopefully you all will be able to follow along. So like any other Go program, you have to declare the package. In this case, it's main. You have to have a main function. And what we're going to do in this program is basically let's declare a hot dog struct and a burger struct. Both are going to look very similar, and they're going to have their own separate functions, but we're going to implement an interface later on and kind of show you what the benefits of an interface really are. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's declare our first type. Sorry, I can't really type today. Hot dog. And a hot dog will have a meat, a topping or toppings of slice string, and let's say sauce. All right, and then let's declare our burger. We'll also have meat of type string and toppings. Sorry, string. And that's it. So we have our two structs. Now let's go ahead and declare these two structs inside of our main function. By convention, we will use H for hot dog, and we'll declare it as such. Meat. Let's give it wiener. Toppings. Wiener is a very funny word. Toppings. Let's give it a slice. Sorry. Man, cannot type today. String of. Let's do. Comes on a hot dog. Let's do onions and chili for those New Yorkers out there. I don't know if New Yorkers like that, but whatever. And then sauces, right? Let's do that as a slice of strings as well. And good old ketchup and mustard. Man, I don't like the copy and paste code, so we're gonna have to rewrite this for the burger as well. But it's essentially the exact same thing. We just initialize the variables, as such. Let's give it beef and toppings. Let's give it a slice of string. And what comes on a burger? Let's do a good old lettuce and tomato. Lettuce and tomato burger. Tomato. And then yeah, that's it. So right now we have these variables initialized. Let's go ahead and make some variables, or not variables, functions for these variables. We shall make a hot dog receiver, and let's call it get toppings. Why not? And what this function will do is just return all of the toppings within the hot dog. So let's go ahead and do that. Return h dot toppings. Oops. Simple as that. Let's go ahead and declare the exact same function for burgers. Let's return a B. And then once we get these toppings, we want to print them out, right? You know, we don't just want to see the toppings. We want to, at least not a slice. We want to see the actual variables inside of that slice. So let's make a function for each one of these called, I don't know, print toppings. It's essentially going to look the exact same, but this will be called print toppings, and it won't return anything. It'll be a void function. And for here we will do h dot get toppings, sure, and then do the exact same thing for burgers. I know this might seem a little repetitive, but you know, it'll all make sense in a second. So now we declared these two variables, burger and hot dog, and we have repetitive code. We have a get toppings function that works for both a hot dog and a burger. So let's go ahead and just call those two functions. H dot print sandwiches. Oh, wait. Print toppings. Sure. And then B dot print toppings. And run our program and see what we get. Go run main.go. Did that not save? Oh, I'm sorry. We gotta do format.print. Missed the most important part of that function. My bad. Yeah. Go over to H. Do the exact same thing here, except for change that to B. And rerun that function. Let's see what we get. And there we go. Onions for, let's make this a little more user friendly and do something like this. Hot dog toppings and then burger toppings. Rerun that. And there we go. It's not that pretty, but you can tell that hot dog has onions and chili, and then the burger has lettuce and tomato. Now the issue here is that we just wrote a function that essentially does the exact same thing for burger as we wanted it to do for hot dog. Now what interfaces allow us to do is kind of fix this issue of rewriting your code. And the way that it kind of works is, let me write it out first and then I'll explain. Let's declare an interface called sandwich. And let's say this interface has a function called get toppings that returns a slice of strings. Now this will all make sense in a second. So essentially what we're saying here is if any type, if anything inside of this main method calls the function get toppings, it's automatically, Go just knows that it's a type of sandwich. So essentially what this allows us to do is declare any type of sandwich, whether it's a hot dog, a burger, a deli sandwich, a sub, it doesn't matter. Go understands that it's a sandwich if it has this type of get toppings method associated with it. And what I mean by that is it has this right here. It has a receiver of whatever that type is, and then a method called get toppings. So it automatically associates anything that calls a method with get toppings and that returns a slice of strings as a sandwich. So if I declare a new variable, like I was saying, called sub, and it has any sort of different attributes than hot dog and burger, but as long as it has toppings in it and this function called get toppings, it's now an honorary member of the type sandwiches. And what this allows us to do is reuse some code. So right now it might not seem like much since we only have two different types of structs, and this is a very quick tutorial. And there's so many more use cases for interfaces, but this is just one of them. For over here, this print toppings function, we could have just done this. We could have, instead of declaring two functions called print toppings that takes a receiver of type hot dog and type burger, we could have declared one with no receiver and instead passed in a type of sandwich. And now what we're allowed to do is that this type of sandwich has a function called get toppings. So now, if you pass in a hot dog, a burger, a sub, whatever, if it has this get toppings function, you will be able to call it through this simple variable. So let's go ahead and do that real quick for just to show you guys. And what was it? This was a burger, so let's pass in B. It satisfies this method or this function because it requires a type of sandwich. And let's remove this again, this 2, and pass in H, which is also a type of sandwich. And what we should see is essentially the same output, but we just wrote less code, which is always a good thing. And there we go. So yeah, that has been an introduction to interfaces for the Go programming language. And as I mentioned before, we're just scratching the surface. There's so many use cases for interfaces, and if you go into the Go docs online, the official GoLang standard library documentation, you will see interfaces used throughout the Go packages. But yeah, comment down below if there's anything in particular you guys would like to see or that I missed out. I like making these videos, so liking and subscribing helps out a lot. Yeah, share this with whoever you guys know that are kind of struggling with Go or are interested in Go. And check out my other videos. I have I'm currently building a production grade-ish application that is a RESTful API using the Go programming language, and it's pretty sweet. So yeah, make sure to check that out. And yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.